Hi guys, in this video I'm going to repair my favorite chair. I use a small hotel type chair at my desk and the backrest that's made up of a hard plank with padding and a fabric has developed a tear. I don't want to reupholster an entire chair. So I'm going to use what they call a hidden stitch to, well, invisibly repair the tear. I made a little drawing. I hope it's orientated right. Yeah. So let's do it like this. Okay, this is basically the tear, and I'm going to sew from one side to the other. Let's zoom in a little bit. Well, you see the dotted lines, that will be behind. So on the inside, and the solid lines will be visible, and you don't pull it entirely through until you've sewn everything. Well, instead of telling you what I'm going to do, it's more handy that I just show you. So first of all, we need to select a thread, and to select a proper color, you lay it on top, try a couple, and you need to find a color that's not all that visible. This one is out. That's not good. This one is visible, yet the darker color is better. Let's compare it to black. Black is always a handy color to use. And no, it's more visible. So let's go with the dark blue. Okay. I'm going to prepare my needle. I always double up my thread, and this might be a very boring video for you guys, but one of the things I taught myself is to sew broken, well, torn clothes and stuff like this. I think it's an important skill. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you must know how to repair your clothes, your bag, and well, let me focus on getting the thread through the needle. I use a small needle for this and a lot of thread, because you don't put it tight until you're entirely done. So try to make it a quick video. I can't promise anything, but still. Where was I? Oh yes. It's an important skill to have, to know how to mend your own clothes and like a camping bag, backpack, camping backpack even. If you're in the middle of nowhere and your clothes get torn, well, they're not functional. So you need to know how to do this stuff. And in this case, reupholstering an entire chair, if I would get somebody to do it, it would cost me money. If I do it myself, it would cost me time. So let me get back to you. I'm getting a call. One moment. So we're back. Okay, so we threaded the needle. We checked for color compatibility as close as it can be. Next thing we need to do, and since this is a big pillow, I'm just going to stick the needle in, is get rid of these raffles, I don't know, loose hanging bits. Let me check. Yeah, these little plugs of fabric that are loose. they get in the way when you sew. So yeah, one more. And don't pluck at it too much, because then you'll start unraveling more fabric than you would like to. Okay. I've knotted the end, and I'm going to use that in a loop. I'm going to check, yeah. And this fabric, well, this it's not yarn, it's not fabric, but okay, it is thread, that's what it is. It's a little bit fragile, so I won't pull on it too hard. But to start it, I'm going to insert it here. And let's see, is that handy? Yeah, the tear is continuing, so I need to start it a little bit early. But first I need to make it stay in place. So, just make a little look like that, and that will be hidden, but that way it's taut. Yeah, okay, I'm going to insert it here and just get a little bit of the fabric, so, and pull it through. And I'm going to turn it around. I'm right-handed, so is this visible? Yeah, there is a little bit of color contrast, but it's here, and I'm going to insert it a little bit to this side, and you'll see in a moment what I mean. So, with these long threads, try to help it out a bit. Okay. I'm going to zigzag along here. Every time I'm going to take a couple of threads of the fabric, hook behind it, and that way yeah, I need to focus on this a bit, but that way I can make a zigzag in the fabric. The more zigzags you make, the better your thread will be hidden behind this. For some, this is really a very silly and even boring video. Yeah. And I would agree, yet when I'm done, my chair will be as good as new. So I don't mind boring you a bit, and perhaps you'll pick something up from it. So, okay, and let's see. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to reposition the camera so you're better able to see what I'm doing. So, give me a moment and I'll be back in a bit. So, Okay. Now where you can see the thread, it's on the upper side. I'm pulling the thread down and pinching, well, inserting the needle along that axis below the tear, grabbing a couple of it's not perfectly focused, but that'll have to do. Grabbing a couple of those threads of the fabric. Now you have to watch out that your thread on the needle doesn't bunch up. And yeah. Okay, then I'm repeating the same at the top. Here it goes. I have to see what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it going through. Now so and yeah, it's sometimes a little bit particular. You have to grab enough of the fabric to get a proper so. Okay. Here. So I don't know if the fabric of the chair is all that good, but it should hold okay. And if not, I can always redo the same technique on the entire stitch or a piece of the stitch. So yeah. Okay, now I need to unwind my yarn because it's bunching up too much. So you need to continue this all the way through the end. So okay, let me finish doing this off camera, then I'll show you what happens. Yeah, here you see a little bit of problem. The fabric is too fragile in this place, in this piece, so I need to undo it and grab it a bit lower. Yeah. Here, and you see it closing on the right side. It's not going to be perfect. Here. Yeah. So, okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay. Yeah. So, I've run all the way through and did a little bit extra. Now, see this color? And if I pull on this thread while keeping a finger on this, you should, yeah, you're not seeing me pull on it, but here you should see it close. And there it goes. And check. Yeah, the only little problem I see is over here. Let's pull on it a bit more. And don't pull too hard, because this isn't meant as a... Yeah. I see one little bit here. And because it's cushioned, you'll be able to notice the repair if you look at it with any bit of interest. So, yeah, but there's no more hole. Even here, yeah. Just so now all we have to do is finish off the sewing, and what I do is I'll make a couple of okay, yeah, it's tangling again. So normally you would be able to make a little zigzag through the fabric so it won't be visible, but I don't mind two little spots, so I'll use a sewing stitch that USN ER doc showed us. Well, he showed us to his subscribers, and it's basically for sutures. It makes a very small knot, and with the other one, that's well, it's done. So don't cut the knot away with the scissors, but here's the result. It could be better, but it could be worse. And let me reposition the camera and I'll show you. So, yeah. It's repaired, it's functional, and remember, when you're looking at it like this, it's not even noticeable. So, am I happy with it? No, but it's good enough. And that's what in this case counts. Yeah. Okay. What we did was very simple. Inserted it from this side in. So let's take the needle and then just go crisscross over it, and then pulled it shut and made a little knot. So it's mended. I hope it will stay repaired for a little while, and I hope that this was an informative video. One interesting fact is, if you do this on a better fabric and you do it very straight and with very small insertions like this, almost you see almost no thread on the needle, then you'll be able to hide the thread very well. So hope this helped, and have a great day.